Hello folks, welcome to yet another episode of Drunken Food with Puddin. As you know, I'm your host, Puddin. And on the menu tonight, I think, we're just going to go ahead and go with good old mozzarella sticks. We're going to throw in the deep fryer and just call it good. Something simple and easy. No nonsense tonight. You know what? I got a better idea. Alright folks, on the menu tonight we are going to do homemade deep fried cheese sticks. We have mozzarella cheese, some cheddar cheese, as well as some pepper jack. I'd like to mention that tonight's buzz is brought to you by Fat Tire Ale. It is pretty delicious. Then we also have some delicious Southern Comfort we're going to give a shout out tonight too. And we have some, we're going to bread these cheese sticks. We have some breadcrumbs here. We have some parsley. We have a little bit of garlic powder. We have some oregano. For the breading also we have some eggs, some heavy whipping cream. And also we are going to finally grate some of this into the breadcrumbs. And these are Italian breadcrumbs, by the way. I assume you can use just plain breadcrumbs, panko, whatever you like. I went ahead and went with Italian breadcrumbs because, well, most cheese sticks have Italian seasoning on them. Figure throw that in there as well. So this is some of the cheese I already had sliced up earlier. So we have some of those cheese sticks. They're already breaded. They're in the freezer at this moment. This recipe requires you to freeze them for up to 2 to 3 hours. So I went ahead and did that a little bit earlier. But as for now, like I said, folks, I'm going to pour me a little drinky poo. In the words of Jim Leahy, I am the liquor.
Mr. Lee, is this you talking or the liquor?
Randy. I am the liquor.
Always gotta stay hydrated. Alright folks, as I said, we're going to do homemade deep fried cheese sticks. So most of them are going to be mozzarella, but we have a little bit of cheddar. And I'm going to show you how it's already done with with some pepper jack. Before we get started with that though, as you can see, I poured me a ever so delicious glass of SoCo. Now I figured I'd have a mixer this time. I usually don't mix this, but figured put some ice in it. That counts as a mixer, so there's that for you. Now, we're going to get to our mixture, batter, that kind of deal. So we got flour. That's going to be plain. We're not going to season that up at all. We got a couple eggs here with a little bit of heavy cream. And then this is going to be where we're going to add all of our seasonings to. We have that Italian breadcrumbs, as I mentioned. This is a block of just standard Parmesan cheese. We're going to ever so finely grate some of this into it, just like so. I know it don't look like much is happening, but it is. You don't have to do a ton, just enough to have some in there, I suppose. But once you get it working, I figure why not, right? Now on top of this, we have that parsley, that oregano, garlic powder. So get that thrown in there as well. I want to bring something up, folks. I ain't kidding you. Now, while I was prepping the other mozzarella sticks, or cheese sticks rather, that are in the freezer, freezing at the moment, my buddies got on Netflix and they were looking up some type of a Area 51 something or another, widgets and gadgets and goblins, fucking alien deal. It just got me thinking. I just remember last fall. Last fall, you had a group, a very large group of dummies. Now, I'm using that word very loosely because it might be insulting to actual dummies. You had dummies thinking you're gonna fucking storm Area 51, and I just remember reading comments. They can't kill us all. They can't kill us all. They can't do this. They sure as fuck can. It just, mind is blown. that people, obviously they actually used the 2 brain cells they had and decided, if we do storm that, they are going to kill us without any hesitation. So they decided not to do it. But I was just dumbfounded that that was even a thing for a little bit. It's comical. I'm almost lost for words. It was just the funniest shit. When I was reading that stuff, I was like, you're gonna get about 3,000 goofy motherfuckers that live in their mom's basement gonna go storm this place. And the headline tomorrow, well, actually there won't be a headline. They're all gonna be shot or murdered in some way. Not murdered, because they're stupid and trespassing. They're gonna be shot and killed in some way, shape, or form. Probably thrown in just a mass grave somewhere and just forgotten about. I just had to bring up this, folks. I tell you what, I'm not political. I don't want to be political on this channel, but gotta be a group of ignorant motherfuckers think you're gonna storm something like Area 51. Like, you might as well try to walk into fucking Fort Knox or the CIA headquarters, something like that. Like, that's just not gonna work out for you. What you think there's like, well, you said you were gonna storm us and you did, so you know what? Come on in, we'll show you everything. No, you're not gonna get within 500-600 yards of that place before you're all fucking annihilated. Just saying. Back to the cooking show. Back to the cooking show. Said the liquor's already getting to me a little bit. I have very little tolerance for stupidity. I'm a very nice guy though. Ask anybody that knows me. I am. I just, stupid people just get to me really, there's something else. But, I digress. Alright. As you've seen, we did just a little bit of this Parmesan cheese here. We'll do a little bit more. I mean, nothing ever hurts. But we're going to get to the actual seasoning in about 30 seconds. I promise you. Okay. So, we have parsley, oregano, garlic powder. The garlic powder probably do a full tablespoon, maybe 2, probably 2. Then the parsley leaves do just probably half. That's a lot of really nice color too. I just want to show you guys that. Then oregano, probably do about maybe a half, give or take there. Then use a clean dry hand, mix all that up. And I want to show you guys that we're going to just chunk this up. Probably get 8-10 sticks, something like that, out of this 8-ounce block of pepper jack cheese. So we have the eggs, the flour, heavy cream, all that good stuff. Stay tuned, and we will show you how we get that done. And like I said, always stay hydrated, and rest in peace, the always grateful drunk, Mr. Jim Leahy, because you were the liquor. Alright, now back to where we were. We have this pepper jack block of cheese cut in half, and then we're going to cut it lengthwise. So that cheese isn't even half the cheese that his other cheese was half of. So he's saying that he wasn't even a quarter of what the other cheese was? If you get the reference, I appreciate it. It's a very stupid fucking reference the way I made it, but it's pretty funny, I think. Anyway, yeah. Alright, so, as I said, cut it widthwise, lengthwise. Then we're going to cut those in half. And then we're going to do it again. So, just like so. Sharp fucking knife. I'm not trying to cut myself, folks. I appreciate you guys staying tuned, and I'll tell you what, I appreciate our growing fan base. I just checked that we have 249 subscribers. And I want to mention, so I do appreciate it. In no way, shape, or form do I wish that it didn't happen this way. But what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to get at, you know, we don't do this for the subscribers necessarily. I mean, we do appreciate it. We just want to upload some funny content and some decent, wholesome entertainment with the best eats that you can find. And that's all we're trying to do. I mean, it's just all fun right now. And that's obviously all, we're just starting out. There's no money getting divvied up here. We're just doing this because it's fun and it's funny. And I can get as fucked up as humanly possible, not feel bad about it, and I don't have to drive anywhere. And my buddies even help clean up my place a little bit, if it gets that bad. But hopefully tonight won't get quite that bad, but we shall see. So, okay, we have these pepper jack sticks cut up. We're going to do just 2 eggs in this bowl here. And actually, I'm going to need my handy dandy stirring utensil. Oh, we got a double yolker. 2 small yolks. That's alright. We'll beat the hell out of them. Just like so. Put just a splash of heavy cream in there. Whisk the shit out of that as well. And then we're going to start with our flour. One of my asshole camera people, they think something is fucking funny. I don't know what exactly it is. But anyway, so then we go into the egg heavy cream mixture. Then to the aforementioned seasoned up breadcrumbs. And then we have to do a double coating, of course. So we'll do that. Want to shake off all excess that you can anyway. Make sure it's coated very well. Just like so. And we have just regular plate lined with parchment paper. And just repeat this process for however many cheese sticks you're going to make for everybody. You only need to make sure you use the right hand. So I tell you what, getting fucked up while you're cooking, you kind of make some judgmental errors. So, I said just coat as well as you can. Make sure everything is squared away. And like I said, we have another batch in the freezer that's pretty much done. But these, as soon as these are done, these will go into the freezer for roughly just about 2 hours. So you can do them overnight. Do them for 3-4 hours, but if you can get at least a couple, that'll be fine. You want them to firm up really well and want that cheese to get solid. So that's what we're going to do. So we have that. Ah, shit. I do have my dry hand. You know, I was going to yell for my bartender tonight. It just so happens he had to travel for work this week, so I'm kind of on my own. I do got my camera guy, and he did well last video, but not as well as I wish he would have. He could have really stepped up his game. The good thing is I do have one working hand. Shit. Hold on. Fuck.
What are you gonna do now?
Bartender. Fuck me. Yes, I could grab my regular glass, have some with some ice, but I want to have a dab straight out of the bottle, so.
Idiot.
Fuck him, right? Fuck him. I tell you what, that shit, without being like overly sweet, like that crazy bullshit Kraken was, listen, I appreciate all recommendations, I do. That shit is like candy. Like it really is, almost dangerous. You want to get people hooked on booze? Start them off on that. Anyway, back to our cooking process here. We're going to just repeat the previous couple of steps we did. So we're going to do a double coating. Just like so. Just like so. My floor's creaking a little bit. Fucking floor. That's alright though. House is cheap. House is cheap. It's a nice house. It's actually the second house I had to buy. I won't get into it too much, but I will say, don't get me wrong, I love this country, I love the government. In ways. In ways. I'm not going to get into it too much, but the government allowed my previous town to fucking flood. Because they allowed some things to happen. Luckily, I said It's not a brag. It's not anything. My previous house was pretty much paid for there. So, but long story short of it, I had to buy another fucking house. Hence this place, which I do like. It's nicer than my other place was. So, anyhow, that's what we're gonna finish up with this. Do a double coating, and when we come back, we're gonna start the oil over here. We're gonna get that cranked up. We'll see you soon. Appreciate you sticking with us. Alright folks, these have frozen up perfectly. They've been in the freezer for just about 2 hours, give or take. So we're doing small batches. And since the oil is hotter than fuck, approximately 375, maybe just right at 350. Lower these slowly in. We got that sizzle going. So we could probably do 8 or 10 of these at a time. Warming just like that. And since we're doing groups of 3, I'll just do 9. That'll just make it easy peasy math here. You want to overcrowd this, sticking together, anything like that. But approximately, we'll call it 3 minutes. They should be done just as the cheese starts to ooze out. And there we go. But I will say I'm just out of a beverage, as you can see. So, stick with me here. See? Fresh bag of ice. As always, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment or 2. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Give me just a keto more. That should be enough. That should be enough. But just because I want to tell you, I am the liquor. Remember, what anyone else says, I am the liquor. Stay tuned. We'll get the rest of these fried up. Listen, about 3 minutes a batch. Be good to go. Alright folks, we are nearing the end of Drunken Food with Puddin. As you can see, we have the mozz right here. We have some cheddar. We have a few more cheddar cheese sticks right here. And as you can see, they are just perfectly done. Just get ready to ooze cheese. That is when you know they're perfectly done. After this, even though it might not be 100% froze, we're going to go ahead and say, screw it, we're going to go with those good old pepper jacks. We're going to do that right now. And it's about 3 minutes per batch. You want to do full sticks, you want to do no more than 5 or 6 in this size pot. Even the small ones, 5 or 6. But when we come back, we'll do the final bite and the outro. Stick around. Alright folks, as you can see, we have everything fried up. The mozz, the cheddar cheese balls, their cheddar cheese sticks, the pepper jack cheese, and we're ready for our final bite. Let me get one more drinky poo, as I say, and we'll get to it. Goddamn, those are good. And I have some marinara and just some regular ranch for dipping sauces. And just a supplement, as you can see, I got some pizza rolls in there. I think we're going to go with the just standard mozzarella with some ranch. We'll see how she tastes. Like I said, I love how you folks view, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, share. I appreciate it, and I hope you do keep doing it as well. And that is another episode of Drunken Food with Puddin. pretty fucking good. As I always say. Very true statement though. Very fucking good. Very fucking good. And we're out.